The series swings due south as we head to the drifting mecca of Central Florida. Orlando Speed World is the location of round 2 of the championship, and James Dean is leading the way after making a huge splash in Long Beach. But with that win, the newcomer has a lot of contenders eyeing him down and trying to take the wind out of his sails. Can the Irish driver keep his momentum moving forward with the likes of Aasbo, Hilbrun, Tuerck, Forsberg, or many of the others make their move for the championship? Let's find out only on Formula Drift Blackmagic Pro Championship, presented by Blackview Dash Cameras. Hello drifting world, and welcome to beautiful Orlando for the second round of the Formula Drift Blackmagic Pro Championship presented by Blackview Dash Cameras. I'm Jared Deenda. Well, we're changing things up a little bit. Traditionally, Atlanta's always been the second stop. Yeah, we're gonna get there, but first we have to throw down here at Orlando Speed World. Let's backtrack. Round 1, James Dean comes back with a vengeance from Ireland. He grabs first place, and of course the points lead. Right behind him, making an international affair, Inca Madness Racing Zone, Alex Hilbrun grabs second, and always a fan favorite, Ryan Tuerck grabs third. Well, coming here, Alex Hilbrun is out early in top 32, as well as a real contender, Odi Bakshis. Nate Hamilton gets his first ever Pro Top 16. Before we see the head-to-head action though, I throw it down to my co-host, Ryan Sage.
All right, well, thank you, Jared. I'm down here on the course at Orlando Speed World. Now, what this track is known for is the bank and the figure 8 down here on the flat surface. But there's also a section of this course that's very challenging for drivers, and that's this piece from inside clip 1 to inside clip 2, where you have this whoop section, literally jumps that drivers have to navigate over, and at speed they can literally catch air. It can be very challenging for the drivers. We see a lot of contact here. Battles are won and lost in this area. If you can get through here with angle, hit that inside clip, finish up around that last outer zone, you just might find yourself on the podium here tonight. But before we get into the action in the Grade 8, we're going to go on board with Ken Gucci and our Blackview course preview.
Hey guys, I'm Ken Gucci, and this is your Blackview course preview. Here at Orlando Speed World, the course is actually really short. It's only got 2 corners with a relatively short straightaway, so I'm going to quick shift from first gear, second gear, third gear, fourth gear, clutch kick into entry, outer zone 1, ride the wall really tight with a lot of angle, full commitment, coming off the bank, this huge bump, transition, aim towards inside clip 2, right back on the throttle with a lot of angle and commitment, and I go full throttle past the finish line, and that is your Blackview course preview.
Drifting is the only motorsport in the world that is based on judging, so let's break down how that works. In head-to-head battles, the lead driver is supposed to run a specific judging line with as much angle as possible. The lead driver is setting the pace, but the chase driver is supposed to utilize the lead driver as a moving clipping point. Wherever the lead goes, the chase should go too. After 2 runs with each driver leading once, the driver that was the most consistent, most aggressive, and was able to show clear dominance over the other driver will win the matchup. For rules, criteria, and more information on Formula Drift, head to www.formuladee.com.
Now let's see what the drivers think of this track as we go behind the smoke.
So being in the top 5 is phenomenal, and we're now confident enough to feel like we know how to set the car up. We want to do well in Orlando, we want to get back up on that podium, and that's what we're shooting for.
It is a pretty easy course, however, since it is so easy, it makes it very technical, and that makes the tandem even more difficult because you got drivers that are just throwing down door to door, trying to push each other all the way through these constant radius corners. Not getting lost in the smoke and not getting messed up over the bumps is how you're going to win the event.
Key to winning battles here is to stay close. Need that proximity. People can get away from you in the infield really easily. The bank is relatively easy to stay close on as long as you enter at the same time, but the infield is what is going to separate people and really create some gaps. So as long as you make it through that infield, applying some pressure on the transition, then you're going to be golden.
It's a good track. It's challenging with the bumps and the bangs, but we're just raising our cars up now because they're almost bottoming out coming off the bangs. So that's almost against my religion because I love having a car slammed, but yeah, we have to keep them together also.
We won here in Orlando before. Last year was amazing. And this year, I think is going to be a lot tougher. We have a lot of new guys coming in, Tuerck and Dean, and all of the old dogs of the sport, myself included, are now trying to learn how to drive like James Dean.
Wow, look at that, a big statement from Frederick Aasbo. Well, we got to start things off here with our first head-to-head battle, Yoshihara versus Dean Kearney.
Well, and Daijiro Yoshihara starting off very strong in this event. That #1 qualification puts him in good position here, and Dean getting a jump off the line already.
Yeah, Yoshihara looking very comfortable, strong in that turbocharged BRZ, coming to that first outside clipping zone, Ryan.
Great job by Dai to stay nice and high on the bank, but look at Dean Kearney, 66.5 miles per hour and chasing him down.
Really mimicking his angle as they go through the power alley, losing some ground as Dean Kearney, but let's see if he can catch it back up. Look at Yoshihara putting it down, lighting up the Falcon tires.
Perfect line all the way through the finish line by Daijiro Yoshihara, able to start off strong in the bank. Dean had some moments where he was surging, but a good lead run by Dai.
It's now truly going to come down to the second half of this battle. Dean Kearney will be out front, that Oracle Lighting Achilles Radial Dodge Viper.
Clean start by both competitors here. Good initiation by Dean. Already smoke cloud going up, and here comes Daijiro Yoshihara.
Look at Kearney, looks like he's shredding some carbon fiber, loses one of the splitters on the wing.
Daijiro Yoshihara tucking through that smoke cloud, now trying to close the door, but a great job by Dean out front.
Great angle there from Dean. Both of them, look at, you can see Dai mimicking the angle, didn't have the proximity. Take a look at it again, Ryan.
A lot of challenges on this course to overcome, but Daijiro Yoshihara getting through this run the best way that he can.
Let's go to the Universal Technical Institute judging results. Yoshihara advances on.
Well, I just had a great battle with Dean Kearney at top 8. It was a tough one. We drove really hard. We both really close on the bank, but it's just really hard to keep the proximity all the way to the end. And but I think my run was a little bit better than him, and I moved on to top 4.
Formula Drift on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Black Magic. Own your shine. By Blackview Dash Cameras. And by Hankook Tire. Driving emotion.
Welcome back to Orlando Speed World. We are now into our second battle of the Great 8. Already in it, Yoshihara. Who's he going to be going against out of this pair? You can see throwing the peace sign there. That is Michael Essa. He's going to be going against Dominican Republic's own Jonathan Castro.
And no doubt about it, we've definitely seen a new and improved Michael Essa. He's very comfortable in that BMW, but Jonathan Castro has looked very solid at this event.
And I think James Dean would agree because he took him out of the top 16, but Essa now turns on the smoke machine.
Great job by Essa staying nice and high on the bank. You can see an incredible amount of smoke coming off of those Achilles, but Jonathan Castro not phased. Oh, and now he falls offline.
Oh, looks like Castro gets lost in the smoke signal. Essa continues through the entirety of the course. And there you have it. Essa puts down a strong lead run.
Well, we talked about it at the beginning of the show. Coming through that center section is a key area, and you can see right there, Jonathan Castro gets lost in the smoke.
You're going against your competitor. You're going against the heat, the elements, but you're also going against that smoke signal. That's going to play a huge role throughout the entirety of this event. Here we go. Castro out front. Essa giving chase.
Look at Essa already eyeing an opportunity to attack here, sticking it right to Jonathan Castro coming off the bank, and now Castro through that inside clip.
Castro a lot more comfortable. Essa giving himself enough room. He is tight on that second front clip.
You can see right here, Castro's a little bit shallow on that line. The judges want to see you get all the way out to that crease, and now they cross the finish line.
As we take a look at it again, Castro out front. He starts strong. He cannot shake Essa, especially here in the power alley. He is right there everywhere Castro goes. Let's go to the Universal Technical Institute judging results, and Essa gets the win.
I mean, I really like driving with Jonathan. He's heads up, pedal to the metal. I mean, he's solid, and so I knew I had to go hard on my lead run and put the bumper on the wall and just had a super clean run. And then in the follow position, just tried to stay as close to him as possible. His car is really quick. Our car is quick too, so I was able to keep a pretty good distance from him. And that's, I mean, it was just real straightforward, fun driving, so it was awesome.
Well, let's call it what it is. This is Alec Hohnadell's home track. He's from Florida. Aasbo, nowhere near this. He is from Norway. He qualified second. Alec Hohnadell qualifying 26th. That means Frederick Aasbo is going to lead.
And Frederick Aasbo is your defending champion here at Orlando Speed World, so he knows this track well and what the judges are looking for.
But he's got a new car. Can he throw down 70.1 miles per hour? Great smoke, good angle. Can Hohnadell catch up?
Precise driving out front right there by Frederick Aasbo, and you can see that mistake in the chase position by Hohnadell, now going off course.
Yeah, Hohnadell really struggling here. As we'll take another look at it, you see Frederick Aasbo strong out front, and then peace! There goes Frederick Aasbo in the power alley. Hohnadell needs to strap it together. He's going to be out front as Aasbo is going to be in his rearview mirror.
Here we go with the second half of the battle. Hohnadell taking the lead against Frederick Aasbo, and he's got a lot of work to do.
Could see him manging into the bank, and you see Hohnadell throwing some angle. Aasbo not as much angle, and you see Hohnadell exit that rear clipping zone earlier than Frederick.
Aasbo now playing a little bit of catch-up here, but with Hohnadell low on the bank, that'll definitely be a deficit to him. Now Hohnadell goes up on the big bank and a little bit offline.
Yeah, the attitude of the car, you saw it rise up. That means he is not where he is supposed to be, according to the judges. You see that overhead shot. Hohnadell tightens it up, but he left it early. Let's go to Universal Technical Institute judging results. And it's unanimous. Aasbo gets the victory.
Oh boy, it's been a pretty wild ride here, and Alec is on the same tires as me, the Nexen tires, and I knew our cars were going to be evenly matched. Both of us had big mistakes. I almost hit the wall on my chase on him, but got lucky. He had bigger mistakes, and in the end, we took the win.
Ryan, we're upon our final battle of the Great Eight. Two veterans of the sport, Ryan Tuerck going against former Formula Drift champion Vaughn Gittin Jr. in his Monster Energy Nitto tire Ford Performance Mustang RTR.
Big battle here, not only for this event, but also implications for the championship, and Ryan Tuerck already nice and high on the bank.
Every round, every point matters, and Vaughn, these guys have a lot of track time going against each other as well as having fun, but now is when push comes to shove.
Gittin starting to push the pace a little bit here as Tuerck goes up offline there and gives some back to Vaughn Gittin Jr.
Definitely off track was that gum out nameless performance Hankook tires Toyota Racing GT86. You see that overhead shot, Vaughn right there, but he lifted up Ryan Tuerck in that lead position. So let's switch it up. Vaughn will be out front.
Vaughn taking the lead here on the second half of the battle through the chicane, down this short run up here, initiates. Look at Ryan Tuerck already on his door.
He knew he made some mistakes, so he's gonna need to throw it all down here. 71.2 miles per hour from the Mustang and the Toyota.
Great angle right there by Vaughn, but keeping his momentum up through that center section, and now Tuerck looking to surge one last time.
Look at these guys. Applying the pressure is Ryan Tuerck. Great job from both of these Drift Alliance drivers. You can see Vaughn riding the bank, Ryan Tuerck tucking into that smoke signal. Let's go to the Universal Technical Institute judging results. They're going one more time. Of course the fans want to see it, so let's see it again. Ryan Tuerck out front, Vaughn Gittin Jr. chasing him down.
Well, here we go. Ryan Tuerck through the chicane. Vaughn Gittin Jr. gets a good start here. He wants to be right at that door on initiation.
Well, Ryan Tuerck is right at the green wall. Vaughn Gittin Jr. nosing in, now mimicking the angle. Great proximity from Vaughn.
Well, here we go, coming through that ever-important center section here, and you can see Vaughn now really closing the door on Ryan Tuerck, but he had some ground to make up for being lower on the bank.
Look at Ryan killing it across the finish line. Both these guys almost a little contact there at the end.
Right here, Vaughn Gittin Jr. surging towards the end here. You can see he's on a little bit of a tighter line, but he had to do that in order to gain proximity.
Proximity and mimicking the angle. That's what the judges are looking for. Not just get close, but mimic the angle. Here we go, Vaughn out front, Ryan Tuerck. Is he going to gain that proximity? Oh, and he's losing some ground. Vaughn Gittin Jr., big angle, 72.3 miles per hour.
And here's Vaughn right there, big angle through that center section. You can see Tuerck trying to navigate through the smoke, and he falls off. Tuerck is nowhere to be seen, and Vaughn Gittin Jr. is all by himself through the finish line.
Vaughn Gittin Jr. hits the finish line, hitting three wheels as Ryan Tuerck, he exits stage right. He had a part fly off his vehicle. His brake calipers exploded, so it looks like that's the end of his weekend. As we go to the Universal Technical Institute judging results, Vaughn Gittin Jr. wins.
I knew it was time to go, so I just flicked it right up on his door on entry and just held on, and we were just inches from each other all the way through the course. When I was leading, I just went in harder than I've gone all weekend. From the replay, it looks like I built a good gap, and it looks like he had a mechanical somewhere between the infield and the exit of two. So I'm pumped to be moving on. We're going to battle all the way through. Look out, Frederick, here we come.
Formula Drift on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Nexen Tire. Driving tomorrow. By Achilles Radio. Tires you can trust. By Falcon Tire. And by Universal Technical Institute. Chosen by industry. Ready to work.
Here it is, Ryan, our first battle, the Final Four. The fans have endured some extreme conditions, one of the hottest events of the season, and here we go. We are seeing Yoshihara as his team looks on as he warms up those Falcon tires. He's going against another Formula Drift champion, Michael Essa.
Well, Yoshihara is certainly carrying that momentum from that #1 qualification, beating some top guys, and now we find ourselves in the Final Four as he goes up against Michael Essa.
Well, it's no coincidence as Essa qualified 5th as well. Dropping into formation are both the guys. It's a dogfight, 69.8 miles per hour.
Great job by Dai from the onset, nice and high at the bank, but look at this right here, Essa tucking through the smoke cloud and maintaining great mimic all the way through.
Essa just allowing a little bit of distance between him and Yoshihara in that transition as they round out the entirety of the course.
Well, Dai did exactly what he needed to do as the lead driver, try to drive that 100-point run. Michael Essa had some moments of greatness, but now he's got to come back with a strong lead of his own.
Dai is going to need to navigate around that big smoke plume, which I got to say, Essa seems to have the thickest smoke cloud of any of the vehicles here in the Formula Drift competition.
And you can see right there, Michael Essa already putting up that big plume of smoke, now coming off the bank, hitting that inside clip. Yoshihara needs to apply the pressure now.
As Essa brings it into that second front clip, Yoshihara needs to gain some ground here. Essa doing a great job out front. Ryan, this is going to be a tough one for the judges.
Yeah, close battle here. Michael Essa did put down a pretty solid lead run, but doesn't match that of Yoshihara.
Let's go to the Universal Technical Institute judging results. It's unanimous.Essa's going to the finals.
I mean, it's going really well, obviously. I run with Dai a lot. We practice. Same thing, another heads-up driver. We're driving super hard. It's getting crazy out there. The sun it's really blinding us, but we took him out. #1 qualifier is now gone. So moving into the finals, it's awesome, man. I'm so happy to be here.
Essa's emotion exuding out of him. And Ryan, let it be noted, all 4 finalists are former champions. This is an all-championship finals here, as Frederick Aasbo, who qualified 2nd, will lead. Gittin Jr. qualified 22nd.
And Vaughn already battled through Ryan Tuerck, but look at Aasbo right there. Great initiation, nice and high on the bank, and Vaughn trying to close the door.
It's hard to believe that both these cars are newly debuted here, the 2nd round ever, the 2017 championship, because the way they're driving, but Gittin Jr. drops a tire, no big deal as he progresses through the rest of the course.
You can see incredible grip from Frederick Aasbo. He's on the right line, but he's pulling away from Gittin Jr., doing a great job on the bank in particular.
You see Vaughn gain it, loses some ground, so it looks like he bit off more than he could chew as he entered into that smoky section. Vaughn will lead. Frederick Aasbo will give chase. Who's going to the finals to do battle with Michael Essa?
Good initiation by Vaughn, already on the bank, but you can see Aasbo closing the door at 69.8 miles per hour.
Aasbo showing some dominance here, falls back a little bit here, and then Gittin Jr. past the 2nd front clip, but Aasbo's right there.
Aasbo making a statement here in the final 4 inches away from Gittin Jr. as they cross the finish line.
Admittedly, you see Aasbo, he does have the proximity, doesn't mimic the angle, but everywhere Vaughn went, Aasbo was there. Look at that, nearly rubbing. Let's go to the Universal Technical Institute judging results. Aasbo's going to the finals.
I mean, I'm speechless. This is what we set out to do. Beat the best of them in this little Corolla. And deep breath, get ready for the finals. We've gotten really far, but we're definitely going to take it all the way.
Formula Drift on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Black Magic. Own your shine. By Nas, with Complex 6 for high-performance energy. By Nitto Tire, fueled by enthusiasts. And by Blackview Dash Cameras.
The finals are upon us. A lot of evidence strewn about the track, talking about all the rubber. The fans are here. The ladies are ready. Let's see who's going to get the victory, as Frederick Aasbo's team wants to go back-to-back. He won here in 2016. Can he take down Essa and win here once again here at Orlando Speed World?
We'll take a look at that. #2 and #5 qualifier respectively. Both guys have had a strong event, but now we're in the finals.
Frederick Aasbo quickly flicking it into the Orlando Speed World wall. Essa falling back, not mimicking the angle, trying to gain some ground.
Well, once again, the formula for Frederick Aasbo has been to go out and lay down a near 100. Oh, look at that. Michael Essa goes off course as Aasbo stays on and keeps the angle and line perfect.
So Frederick Aasbo into the crease. Nice job for him out front. Right here is where Michael Essa, you see him shorten it up, get a wheel off course, going offline, tries to gain some ground back. Now let's see Michael Essa out front. Frederick Aasbo giving chase.
Well, the pressure is on Michael Essa to perform here. He needs a 100-point qualifying run in order to push Frederick Aasbo to it one more time.
And ideally, he wants to see Aasbo make a mistake in his rearview mirror. 68.2 miles per hour. Essa on the wall now drops into that first front clip.
Aasbo not giving any ground here. You can see through the smoke line, able to navigate and stay close to Michael Essa. One turn to go.
No big deal. That hot hatchback looks like he's going to take it to the top of the podium once again.
Well, look at this right here. Michael Essa trying to do what he can to pull a gap on Frederick Aasbo, but there Aasbo is all the way.
Well, the Norwegian hammer gets dropped. There's your Universal Tackle Institute judging results. Aasbo gets the victory once again here in Orlando.
And with that, Aasbo back in the championship chase. Michael Essa in second and Daijiro Yoshihara in third.
The sun's setting here in Orlando, and it's setting on a glorious competition. Some of the best fans in the drifting world. As we have three champions grabbing the podium spots, Yoshihara in third, Michael Essa in second, and the Norwegian hammer, Frederick Aasbo, grabs the top spot. Ryan Sage is with our winner now.
All right, well, thanks, Jared. I am here with your winner, Frederick Aasbo. Now, Frederick, for you, this is back-to-back wins at this track. You certainly like it, but you've done it now in two different cars. Just tell us about your weekend.
I just love this place, and you know, we came here with a brand new car. We debuted in Long Beach and didn't quite know where we were coming into this event, but the car outperformed our wildest expectations. Hats off to the Papadakis Racing guys for building a killer away Corolla.
Well, you are now back in the championship chase. We're headed to Road Atlanta, a track that you also love. Your winner here, Frederick Aasbo at Orlando Speed World. For everybody at Formula Drift and Jared Dienda, I am Ryan Sage. We'll see you next round.
Let's take a look at the championship standings. Frederick Aasbo now takes the lead with James Dean in second and Ryan Tuerck in third. Manufacturers Championship, Toyota sits out front, Ford in second, BMW in third. And the Tire Manufacturer Championship, it's Falcon, Nexen, and Achilles, 1, 2, and 3. Well, that wraps up the most southern round of the Formula Drift Black Magic Pro Championship presented by Blackview Dash Cameras. Next time we'll see you in the Dirty South at Road Atlanta. In association with Formula Drift, this has been a presentation of CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports.